Hello to our valued listeners and especially to my Goomba Lani Shambi.
Goomba. Okay. Since we're doing ethnic greetings, let me say good morning to my Haver, Stan Simpkins. I don't know if I did that right. I feel like I want to spit after I do that.
You're a member of the tribe now, Lonnie. Actually, Lonnie, it's no secret that we started with this today because it illustrates the many languages that we use to communicate, if you think about it. And even something as simple as the word friend. Now, today we're going to talk about another form of communication and how you can use it to motivate your team. It's called financial data. Now, Lonnie loves that topic, but it puts him to sleep. Here he goes snoring again. Wake up, boy. But he remembers how much it helped him if he thinks about it with his clients and the companies he managed. Give us a chance to share some valuable tips that cost you virtually nothing, really, but can motivate your team and improve morale while it's at it.
Okay, Stan. I just had my second cup of coffee and I'm ready to rock. Please tell me you're not going to give an accounting lecture.
You have to practice that sentence a few more times. Well, you can chill because I won't use accounting terms or do any math with our audience. No, rather, I simply want to discuss a typical scenario that hurts small business owners and how they turn that around. Now, imagine being an employee who had no way to measure their own performance until they got negatively critiqued, tell me that. And usually certainly not in a nice way. As well, imagine being a manager who is being chastised for the performance of his team, but had no specific targets or ways to measure how their team members were performing as a whole. Or just imagine working for a company with a team of dedicated team managers who are diligently working, but having no idea what was that translating into for the whole company, let alone just their own department.
Kind of like, sounds like being on a baseball team and I coached having the scoreboard turned off and not having a scorebook. Only be able to watch the game when you're at bat or in the field.
And so why do many small business owners operate like this? And the answer is simple. It's not uncommon for small business owners to feel that sharing any financial data will be used, against them. And when it comes time, especially for reviewing employee compensation, or that any bad news could hurt the company, maybe even cause high turnover. But here's the good news. We're not suggesting that you should hand the full set of your company's financial statements to your employees. It's bad enough that many of them don't even have, owners, I should say, have sufficient training on how to interpret them, let alone the employees knowing how to do that. Plus, I'd agree, there might be some employees who would try to use that information to their advantage in an unfair manner. Now, we'd rather talk about the what, when, how, and why of sharing financial data that will make sense to you. And as Lonnie and I have said repeatedly, we know this will be not new to you, but we'd ask you, what are you doing about it in this regard?